It's got pineapple.
I taste pineapple.
Pineapple and ghost pepper.
Cleanse the palate.
They also say water.
Oh, yep, that was bad. That bad idea.
We're pouring this out of the bottle. This looks so vile. Oh, it tastes awful. Have milk. I feel it in my ears. What's up, Bug? I am Doug.
And I'm Eric.
We are in a garage that makes us D&E in the garage. At your request, today we are going to be answering your questions from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube comments. We're also going to be doing two other things while we're doing that. Why? Because we're D&E in the garage, we're monkeys with toolboxes, and we like doing everything to the nth degree. So while we answer your questions, we're also going to be doing a hot sauce challenge. Everything from the Frank's Red Hot, measuring in at a paltry 500 Scoville units, up to the Zombie Apocalypse, measuring in at 500,000 Scoville units. If you don't know what Scoville units are, that's how you measure the heat intensity of a food substance. In between, we have radiating levels getting hotter as we go. Now, I will tell you, I'm a big fan of hot food, so I'm actually really looking forward to this. Eric?
No.
Eric's not a fan of hot food.
Comfort zone.
We had a couple of the Frank's Red Hot for breakfast this morning, and Eric went, ooh, I'm kind of feeling the heat. I said, Eric, it's the first one. You're in so much trouble, so I don't know why he's here. You're probably about to see two men, grown men, cry. So the third thing we're going to be doing between answering questions and masochistically eating wings, we're going to be testing out some remedies for dealing with the heat. We've got a couple very traditional ones, a couple very untraditional ones, and everything in between. So as the intensity of the heat gets to be more, we will try to cool the burn a little bit.
I'm more nervously rocking. I don't know if you noticed this yet.
Eric is in a place. So we're going to get this table cleared a little bit, and we're going to dig into it. All right, so first up, like we mentioned, is your grandma's hot sauce. You got the Frank's Red right there. Eric, you want to wing me?
There you go, sir.
I'll take the wing guy.
Oh, I'll take the wing guy.
I'm taking the wings. Eric's going to do the drumettes.
I don't like the flats.
Exactly. All right, so let's dig into this bad boy first real quick. Absolutely no heat here unless you ask Eric.
Actually, now it's cold. It's actually more mild.
We tried real hard to have hot wings, but we're in a 40-degree garage. So, Question number one. Thomas Wegrin. Sorry if I murdered your last name. Have you ever found an XJ where the center console latch was not broken off? I literally have not. I've been through junkyards. I've owned several of them. I don't think it exists.
My brother's 98 Jeep Cherokee that was lifted 5 inches. He had it, and about 3 months it broke. So it came with a good latch, then broke.
He's lying. They didn't come from the factory with those things. So Eric's drinking water. I'm going to drink my black coffee for as long as possible. But like I said, we got a number of other remedies over there. No need for that yet, though.
No.
Question 2 is from Michael Harper. Okay, my question, what do you think of the JTJL steering play issue? What do you think of it?
Just the bad design, just stupid.
It's disappointing, man. They're brand new Jeeps coming from, if you don't know, the new JL, JLU, and JT, the Jeep trucks. They're coming from the factory with death wobble. People are driving them home and getting hit with death wobble immediately. And the worst part about it, when they bring it back to the dealership, what do they give them, Eric?
Oh, they give him a heavy-duty steering stabilizer.
The dealership is trying to cure death wobble.
That's the TSB on that.
Oh, it makes me with the steering stabilizer.
Yeah, stabilizer.
How out of touch can you be? The Jeep needs to be watching D&E in the garage. We got some good fixes for death wobble.
True. For number 3, we got Matthew Wright, who asked, when you and your wife bought your compass, meaning Doug, did they give you a compass to help find your direction in your life?
All right, Matt and I have been talking a bunch in the comments lately. He has gone back and watched almost every one of our videos over the past 2 weeks. So Matt, I feel like I know you, buddy. You're taking a little dig there. I like the compass, man. I dig it. When we decided we were going to get a new vehicle, we wanted to get something in the Jeep family. We are Jeepers. We drove a couple things. The compass worked out. It's been relatively good for us. I have one very weird issue with it right now. That you guys will find out about later on the channel, but overall, I get why that question would be asked, but I dig it, man. I'm digging it. It's better than buying a freaking Toyota RAV4, am I right?
With our third question, our next wing is coming.
I think let's get a wing. Let's go wing. We're going to do about 3 questions per wing, if you don't mind.
Here you go.
Winging me. Now, this one is a super delicious, it's called the Bronx Hot Sauce, made with small axe peppers.
I'm going to say if I eat most of the wing, guys, it's actually not that bad.
So this has, I feel it on my tongue. You feel it?
A little stingy, but...
All right, question 4. What are we looking at?
All right, Jeep and Jack. Is it worth putting a Durango steering box on your XJ?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Absolutely. You want to know why? Because the other option for beefing up your steering is going to be to go get like a redhead or something. They are very expensive. and the one that you get out of the junkyard for what's one in the junkyard, like $50?
Yeah, $50.
It does the same thing. They're easy to rebuild, so if you get one that's old and got a little play, you take it apart, put a few new parts in there, and it really does beef it up. In fact,
there's actually an HD version on the Durango if you found the snow plowing Durango. There's actually a specific model that comes from the factory rated for snow plows.
Find those anyway because they
I
are
want one.
freaking awesome. Alrighty, question 5 comes from my good buddy Jeepman28. Jeepman28 actually sent me some homemade mead this week, and it was freaking amazing. So, buddy, I know I already thanked you personally, but I'm gonna thank you on live YouTube here because it was delicious, and I appreciate it. I've been drinking like a Viking all week.
Nice.
So his question is, what is the most impractical or insane build you have done? This question, Eric and I, we can't really answer that because we're very practical dudes. When we build something, a vehicle, it's to be practical, to snowplow with, to trailer with. I mean, like I've got my WJ, but that's a very light overlandy style build. For me, the very first thing I ever built, it was a Hyundai Elantra.
It's like eating the hottest swing on the table right now.
That was my first car, and I didn't really have my identity yet, so I did all the silly. It had neons everywhere. It was I don't remember what year, but it was a hatchback Elantra, so that was the most impractical. Eric has a better answer for you, though.
Honestly, mine is Barney. Barney was a long shot. It was a $200 DOA we picked up, brought home. Then realized it was a complete rust bucket. I mean, control arm snapped in two in the back.
Literally, he was driving around. He's like, "Why does this thing handle so bad?" We went and looked under there. Oh, you got no control arms.
Then the head gasket blew, and I just kept building it slowly into what it is now. And it's not impractical now, but in the beginning, people were shaking their head at me.
All right, Renegade 16. What is your favorite liquor or food if you don't drink? I'm a tequila man. Big fan of the tequilas.
I like Fireball. Fireball mixes well with a lot of different things.
It does. It's like that makes a little sweetness.
Yeah.
You can take shots of Fireball and you feel the burn without wanting to die.
Or you go the opposite and go for Rope Mints, but I'm really a Fireball fan.
My favorite food is, I think it's wings, honestly, which is pretty awesome because I get to sit here and eat these wing-ding wings and things.
Yeah, I'm either pizza or cheese doodles. It's gotta be one of those.
Jack's cheese doodles. Let's move on to number 3. This is where the heat starts to increase. This is El Yucateco Chili Habanero, the green one. This is the most colorful of the wings on the plate there. I think this is where Eric starts to be like,
let's see what happens.
Let's do that. These would have been so much better if we ate them when they were hot.
I know.
There's a lot of staging involved. Honestly, this one is 9,500 Scoville units.
I thought the last one was hotter.
I feel it on my tongue.
Oh yeah, I get a little burn now. Cleanse the palate.
They also say water is the worst.
Oh, yep,
thing
that
to
was
do.
bad. Bad idea.
Because
that washed right to the back of the throat.
Real quick. What we're dealing with here is capsaicin. That's what's burning your mouth. It's an oil. Water just moves the oil around to different parts of your mouth. So the best thing you can do is just sit with the heat for as long as possible and then try to find something that'll neutralize it, like another oil or something with a detergent, something acidic. We'll get into that later. Question 7. Furkins asks, does your car brand preference run in your family, or are you guys the only ones who like your preferred brand? Why don't you go first?
Actually, it ran in my family early on in my age. We had all Jeeps, 7 Jeeps at one point. And then now we're only down to what I own. And we like them still, it's just they choose to drive other cars. Subarus primarily.
Yeah, my family had a bunch of Jeeps in the family. And honestly, whenever anybody asks me what they should buy, I tell them to get a Subaru Forester. And as a result, both my mother and father drive Subaru Foresters. My sister has a Patriot. We have a slew of Jeeps here. So my family was actually a Ford family when I was a kid. My dad had the F-250, my mom had a Taurus, and then we had real bad luck with both of those vehicles. My dad swore off American vehicles, which is weird that I ended up the way I did. He went down the Honda road for a while. And now, so no, not totally. We are for sure the most passionate about vehicles in
Cars, period. Nothing.
Exactly, yeah. So,
okay, F0T122 asks, what's your favorite lift company for Jeeps and why?
it definitely depends on the model. So real quick, for the one that I have the most opinion on is for WJs. If you're building an off-road rig above 3 inches, Iron Rock Off-Road or Clayton. If you're gonna just look for like a weekend warrior for just about any Jeep, Old Man Emu.
Yeah.
Right?
Ricky Trager asks for number 9, what are your thoughts on the KJ Liberty?
KJ Liberty is the one that came right after the XJ. I think it ran from 02 to 07. with a minor facelift in there. I like them. Right? I think they get a super bad rap. They have a solid rear axle, Chrysler 8 1/4, which is a very strong rear end. The only problem with the 8 1/4 is that there's not a lot of aftermarket support. They came with the 231 and the 242 transfer cases. They do look a little goofy, but they've grown on me over the years.
Same.
If they had a solid front axle, forget about it. That thing would be a monster.
Yeah, that's how I feel about them. There's a Renegade version that's actually really nice too, and they had a couple of special editions that actually just make it a nice car.
The Renegade one's cool. It has like from the factory lights up top. Yeah. The biggest problem with it is they didn't get any good engine options. Yeah. You can get the 3.7, which I've complained about enough on the channel, or the 2.4, which is okay.
But forget about one, the CRD.
Okay, yeah, there is a diesel one. I think it's a 3-liter CRD, which for some reason you'll never find in the United States, but overseas, if you guys are watching this overseas, chances are the Liberties you see driving around town are the CRDs.
There's a few here in the States. I've actually looked at one. It's just the parts to fix them are expensive.
Here in the United States because they weren't very popular. Yeah. Anyway, let's get another wings and things going. This is where we start creeping up. Now, this one is so delicious. It is the Spicy Shark Tiger Shark Ghost Pepper. I actually contacted the manufacturer. It's like a little shop out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We talked back and forth, real cool guy. Shout out Gabe and the sauce. They have a bunch of other ones. This is probably the most delicious one on the...
I lick my finger.
Uh-oh. This is probably the most delicious one. So let's dig in because I've actually been looking forward to eating this one all week. It's got pineapple.
I taste the pineapple.
Pineapple and ghost pepper.
Oh, the lips are just on fire.
Wyoming 88 asks, how many second-gen Dodge Rams have you owned or fixed? Never owned one. I did go to diesel mechanic school, worked on a bunch of them there. I like the 24 valve. Obviously, I prefer the first gen with the 12 valve, but I'm a Mopar guy. Fixed a few. Eric, you probably found some in the shop, right?
Yeah, I worked on a couple of shop. I really like the 318 and the 390, I think it is.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, 318.
The 5.9.
They were calling it the 5.2 and 5.9, but
those are both big beast motors. They can do pretty much anything you want.
And here's what I love about them. It's the thing that everybody hates about them. What's the big problem with a Dodge truck? The front ends, tie rods. At least you know that's the problem, and it's a really easy problem. What do the competitors have? The spark plug seized to the head and stuff?
Yeah.
I will happily put new tie rods in every 30,000 miles, knowing that the rest of it's going to be tight. Outlaw Garage, what do you think about the Chevy TBI system? We actually have something waiting in the wings that's going to be on the channel in the next few months with TBI.
Yep.
The Chevy did the TBI best. It's rare that I have a compliment for GM these days, but of all the companies, Ford didn't do it very long. Neither did Dodge. Chevy did it for a while. The best thing about the Chevy TBI, it's the easiest one to convert back to a carburetor, which in this day and age, if you get a TBI, that's probably what you want to do.
I had a TBI. I had an old 83 Country Squire, and it was a pain in the butt to work on. It was miserable.
Yeah, let's do another wing. The friendliness is now gone. This is the last.
There you go.
This is the last one that's...
You know what's really disconcerting to me is I'm pulling a cold wing and it's going to be hot in my mouth.
I want to take a minute on what this hot sauce is. I'm going to read the entire label. Professor Phardtpounders colon cleaner, new and improved all-natural hot sauce, elixir of capsaicin extremis. Without further ado, the Phardtpounder.
Here we go.
I can't believe that tastes good.
Yeah.
Pineapple again. This one's actually good. I will use this one again.
Yeah. I'm still not feeling a lot of heat from it, but I don't know if it's just me right now. I got a little burn in my lips again.
My tongue is nice and bubbly. Kevin McEwen, easiest car you've worked on and wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy car you've worked on. You can start.
My 86 Ford Crown Victoria. I could sit in the engine bay.
That's a good point, right? Because it had the 302, but it was also made for the 351,
the thing
right?
was like 7 feet wide this way, like as a table, and I could just sit in the engine bay and work on it.
What wouldn't you wish on your worst enemy?
Oh, what was that? I can't remember what I was saying.
The Traverse?
Traverse, yeah. It's a Chevy Traverse.
Yep.
Yeah.
The car I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy for the same reason, the Traverse, anything with a transverse mounted V6, because the one bay is literally just hitting you in the face when you open it up. That's awesome, but if you need something on that back bay, forget about it. Just roll the car into a lake, because you're never going to get to it. The easiest car to work on is an XJ with a 4-liter in it. Why? Because the XJ is that old world design. Everything's still bolted together. It's not a bunch of plastic stuff. I believe the engineers took a lot of time. The AMC engineers, you doing okay?
I got nose running. The
AMC engineers put a lot of time into the XJ, and it shows. And then you put a 4-liter in it, you already know what it is. So The reason the 4-liter is so easy to work on, again, is because it's a straight motor, so there's plenty of access from either side. I love it, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. 4 liters are very easy to work on.
Yep, it's a beautiful thing.
Matthew Wright asks, if Jeeps never existed, what would D&E be driving and doing on a YouTube channel?
He comes from a Ford background, I come from a Ford background, so if Jeep never existed conceivably, I think I might have just gravitated to Fords. Would you agree?
Pretty much. Anything with 4x4, I think we would have found some use for.
We do love Subarus, though.
Yeah.
It's possible this would be
It could be a Subaru.
channel. I need a truck in my life.
Yeah,
though.
actually, it might be more Dodge. Thinking about it.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Y'all already know we're a Mopar
Yeah.
channel, so that was the easy, obvious
obvious one. But if the whole Chrysler Dodge thing didn't exist, Dr. Trombone
What's up, buddy?
asks, would you consider getting a Ford channel? If yes, why? And if no, why not?
Yeah, so would we consider getting a Ford for the channel? We just said we were kind of Ford guys. Eric and I have actually been talking about how much we want a 5.0 Mustang. I've never owned anything fast in my life. I've always I always said I'd rather go fast. Jeez, amateur hour.
Get there.
I'd rather go anywhere than be able to go fast. And I'm noticing that as a hole in my resume. So I kind of would love to get a 5 liter.
Same here. I actually have a lot of experience with 302s. I started to get ready to build one and then promptly crashed my Crown Vic. So I was ready to really go fast and I crashed it in the rain.
Yep, so he used to have the most awesome 2-door Crown Victoria.
I think it's another wing time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely wing time. Yeah.
Definitely wing time.
So
this is the one that's
when
bad.
we were pouring this out of the bottle, this looks so vile. It's called Da Bomb, Beyond Insanity. It's got a little radioactive symbol on there.
If you ever see other channels that use this is where people start crying.
Yeah,
This is the
so
one where it goes bad.
There is a channel that, if you're familiar with the show Hot Ones, obviously this idea is inspired by them. We're using a few of the hot sauces that they use, and I included this one specifically for that. This is gonna be bad, Eric.
Yeah, here's your flat.
Give me the flat. I don't want to be. You give me the smaller one. I don't want to be accused of taking the light road. Oh, this one's doused.
Yeah, that's got
right.
brown on it.
When you pour this one out, it just looks like death.
Yeah.
3, 2, 7, go. Oh, it tastes awful.
Oh, horrible.
Oh my god, it really tastes awful.
Really bad. It's like you just have a bunch of sugars on it. I'm going with that one. I'm going with that one. Oh yeah.
Tastes so bad.
It's hard to eat it when it tastes horrible like that.
I don't like it.
I just want to move.
I'll make it.
Woo! Can I have lime? Can I have a lime?
I'm gonna try one of these remedies as limes.
Nope.
Have the milk.
Doug, I hate you.
I feel it in my ears.
Apologize.
Wow.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
I was not ready for that. Make sure from this point on you have to be careful around the eyes. I'm crying.
I'm full on crying.
Oh my goodness. We do have a studio audience today. There's some people watching us, so if you hear some laughing. Kason Hook asked, what are some cheap mods to improve your Jeep WJ?
Oh gosh.
I don't know, man. Alright, here's the thing. If it's good, it's not cheap. If it's cheap, it's not good. If you can spend like $350, I can't even talk.
$350 on a throttle body, cold air drop-in, K&N drop-in filter,
Not a cold air, just a drop in.
4-port fuel injectors,
Yep.
and a 2.5 volt exhaust.
What Eric's trying to say is, you can open up the intake by getting the K&N drop-in, get a bigger throttle body, get the 4-port injectors for better atomization, and on the WJ only with the 4-liter, you can open up the exhaust to make it 2.5 inches all the way back. It's gonna make your Jeep more betterer. This stuff is vile.
Dude, right now, the heavy cream is winning for me.
All right,
That thick,
just a little
fat.
bit.
Oh, we didn't get the ice cream.
We'll get the ice cream.
That's for later.
That's enough. I really don't want to drink heavy cream, but
I know it's gonna ruin your figure.
that's pretty gross. Drinking heavy cream.
Oh, straight? Yeah, no, I had it doused with milk. I forgot to tell you that.
Damn it. Now they say don't drink too much dairy because it'll curdle in your stomach and you'll puke.
Well, I already spit up across the table.
I think I would choose death over puking this up. I'm serious. Oh man.
Actually, you enjoying this? Because I literally am the oozy best.
I'm texting your wife.
Oh, God.
From Rat to Rat. How did D&E meet and what made you want to start a channel? This thing has been like 30 years in the making. We went to the same church, we went to the same elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and then we married sisters. I think we were destined to be together, do something. Every time we wandered a little way apart, God would push us back together. So that's how we met. We wanted to start a channel because we saw other people doing it. And we were like,
Why not?
Why not? That sounds fun. Razor Wolf says, whose furry persona, is Uncle Jerry based off of, Doug or Eric? Here's the thing. I did a video before Uncle Jerry was even a thought with the Uncle Jerry character. I'll link that somewhere because I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It didn't really get any views. And afterwards, we were kind of talking about it. We're like, hey, what if we make that like a thing for the channel?
Right.
So I don't know if it's based off either of us, kind of both of us.
We had this image of a cartoon character based off Cooter from Yucateco.
Yeah. Just like that real goofy. When we get goofy and weird and real monkey with toolbox, like Uncle Jerry is like how it comes out.
Everything works at the end.
Yeah, so Uncle Jerry, that monkey with the toolbox thing, that's definitely both of us.
Oh, yeah. Combined.
We have a real bad habit of jerry-rigging things. I can't tell you how often we have to like fix something before we can show you guys because we've been driving around with an exhaust zip tied on.
Why didn't we jerry-rig the rings and just make them all cool and say they're hot?
That was awful, so we took a quick break to regroup.
Wayne graciously got me some chapstick and himself some.
We had to go get some chapsticks. Oh my goodness. The next one, y'all will probably be familiar with. It's Dave's Insanity Sauce, measuring in at 180,000 Scoville units. The last, the bomb, was 135.
So it should be similar.
I'm telling you right now, I'm no longer eating the whole wing.
No, I'm going for bite.
I was gonna tough guy it, and I'm just not anymore. Ready?
Is it ever gonna be?
I'm shaking. Do it.
Okay. It tastes very similar.
Oh, God, it's just that nasty, vile heat feeling.
Yep. That's what I'm writing about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just not eating the whole wing. Otherwise, we'll never get anything done here. All right, next question. How do you... Oh, God.
I think my mouth's turned numb.
It's just all in my throat. Here, you read it.
Because I'm actually fine in this one, guys. This is for both of us from Merlin 5577. I'm okay. I must have got a clean part of the way or
Hit
something.
me right in the back of the throat.
For both of you, how do you manage time between work, wife, kids, adult responsibilities, and projects? Where do you find the time?
All right. Here's the thing. If you're asking how you have the time as like a father and a husband, it's not us. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna take a shot of Pepto-Bismol and see if that works. Because it's all in my throat.
I feel like I did you wrong here, so I'm gonna lick a little
boy,
sauce.
buddy.
Because I'm not feeling anything this time.
It got me right in the throat. It's not us doing it well. It's our support. We can't be out in the driveway working on dirty old Chevys and Jeeps on the weekend without amazing wives.
Yeah.
When I'm out there working on the DOA Chevrolet or whatever, or doing this right now, this is Sunday. Our wives are taking care of the kids right now. Down the hatch, by the way.
Yeah, nope, I had a little bit of milk because yep, that little. I must have got a part of the wing on that one because I'll have more next time.
I don't know if that was a good idea.
That's just gonna help you later.
Yeah. So the truth is, first of all, we want it. You gotta want it. You know what I mean? You gotta be real dedicated to make the time. There are nights when I get home from work and I have to shoot something for you guys or work on something, and I just don't want to. I just want to lay on the couch.
Oh yeah.
But I force myself to go out there. I don't know if that. I mean, I'm not saying anybody else doesn't want it. I can't even think. We rehearse all these questions, to,
But
make
he's
sure.
just saying is that if you want it, you gotta go after it. You gotta find the ways that work for your life. Doug and I, we pre-plan things most times, and make sure that our schedules are lined up so that, we've done a lot beforehand, so we have a little free time for 10 to 30 minutes.
There's this guy I've told you guys about him before. He gets breakfast in the same parking lot that my wife's or that my daughter's daycare is in, and he just drives the coolest vehicles, lifted up Jeeps and all this. I'll make this short story.
It's okay, just keep going.
I asked him one time, I was like, why do you do this stuff? Like, he has a minivan that's tricked out. It's got horns on it and train horns and everything. And he just said, life's too short to not have cool shit. And if you feel like that, you owe it to yourself to make the time. So, buddy, I don't know, man. Just keep trying.
Yeah.
It's, hopefully you've got a good support.
Also get the family in it. It always helps too. Both
true.
our wives love Jeeping. They love the fact that we do things that showcase our personalities.
Even this stupid thing we're doing right now. We got so much support.
His wife was sitting here laughing at me.
Yeah, she's not here anymore. She was watching this for a little bit.
Oh wow, this one just snuck up back on. I should not have that lick. I was trying to be fair.
I don't know why you did that.
Let's move these little garbage wings out because we only have two really hot ones. We're on to the piece of the resistance.
Yeah, this is the real meme plate. Let's read a couple more questions. Let's see that bad boy. Fleet of WJs. I talk to this guy all the time in the comments. Basically said after watching D&E in the C video, I have to ask, is Doug part Irish, or does he cover his upper body in copper tone SPF 5000 before he goes to the beach? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm like choking in my own saliva.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty white, right? I am Polish and German and Italian, but the Italian is Northern Italian, so much so that it might as well be Austrian. So I didn't stand a chance. No Irish in there. I do burn like crazy. It drives my wife nuts. When I go to the beach, I'm under an umbrella from the time we get out of a vehicle.
When he goes to the beach, he hates the beach.
I despise the beach.
Despises it.
Most of these people go to the beach to just sit there all day, and I can't sit anywhere. I'm a doer. I'm a mover. Teddy Roosevelt had a phrase called "get action," and it was this thing where he needed to be moving and doing something to keep himself from going insane. That's very much how I feel.
How is your brain processing to quote a president right now?
Because TR, man. TR's that guy. I gotta say, right so far, Da Bomb was worse than Insanity, though I was an idiot to eat the entire wing.
Actually, I did have the whole wing too on that one.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's also why we were so much worse. We have to at least do a 2-bite minimum on the next one.
Oh, screw you.
No!
Changing the
We're
rules.
here for them! We're not here for us!
Alright, one more question. T.A. Davis 12. This guy's been with us since the beginning. I've talked to you in the comments on dang near every video. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all your support. Thanks, guys, for buying in. That's why we did this. I know this seems weird. I hope you're enjoying this because this was a thank you for you guys. We wanted to make this more interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such awesome viewers.
30,000, thank you.
Oh, yeah, 30,000, thank you, you know what I mean? We never did a 30,000 sub vid, or we did, I don't know. We did. I don't know anything right now. My brain and my mouth are just barely connected. T.A. Davis, have you ever been to the birthplace of Jeep in Butler, PA? This is a two-part question. The answer to that is no, but we've been planning a trip out there because we have a friend that lives out that way that we very much want to visit. And they do the Jeep Heritage Jamboree there every year, and I want to be out there. I'm an American history nut. I'm a Jeep history nut. So Butler, PA, where they designed the World War II Willys, where they made the Jeep brand started, that's like my mecca, so I need to get out there. And it's only like...
I zoned out. I'm sorry. I was looking at the saw and literally just stared at the handle for a minute.
It's only like 5 hours from where we are.
You know, it would be a great family trip to go on. We definitely want to do it.
Second question would be, what would your advice be to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel similar to yours? We struggled with this question because there's a lot of stuff. I would say be realistic with yourself about what you want out of it.
And be true to yourself too. It's hard to be someone else on a channel all the time.
Definitely. And here's the thing. If you just want to make videos just to have fun for the sake of making videos, then that's good. But if you really are trying to make something out of it, you need to be realistic with yourself. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes learning. I really can't think at all. Like
you want to make sure you enjoy it. Because no one's going to watch you because you hate doing something. They want to watch you because you enjoy doing it. You show the fun and the love you have for it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we do. We like why we have a channel together is because we enjoy each other.
Yep.
We enjoy hanging out with each other.
Doing this stuff. Just really think about it and figure out what you want to get out of it. I think a lot of people go into it thinking that they're immediately going to be successful, and then they get discouraged when they're not. I think a lot of people maybe don't realize how much work and learning it is, learning about algorithms, what you can say. I'm all snotty.
I got the shivers, so.
I do too. I'm absolutely shaking like a drunk in the morning.
My heavy cream whole milk mix is doing work.
Good for you. All right, good, because it's time for another wing. This next wing is Vicious Viper, weighing in at 250,000 Scoville units.
That's a lot more now. That's a lot more.
All right. I don't really know why I made 3 of each wing.
I'm staring at it. I'm just staring.
It's a viper, but it's gonna bite you. It's gonna bite you right in the booty.
All right, 2 bite minimum.
No, you made that roll. You two. Oh, fine. 2 bite. I'll eat one whole side.
Okay.
Ready?
Up.
3, 2, 7, go. Oh God. I'm sorry for wasting food, but I don't wanna.
I had a little tangy to it. It had a little sweetness to it.
I have to say, this one actually has good flavor.
Yeah.
Dave's Insanity and especially the Bomb just tasted awful.
Oh.
The Bomb tasted like battery acid. It's really very bad. This one's all on the tongue.
I lost feeling in my tongue, I think, after the bomb.
Yeah. So let's, so yeah, man, so YouTube channel, I would say just really think about why you're getting into it. Not in a discouraging way. I'm not saying don't do it, but like, and I think here's another thing. I think everybody should start a YouTube channel. Everybody has something that they can teach somebody or whatever. If you have a hobby, just start a YouTube channel. Why not? But be realistic about it. You're not going to be instantly successful. It's a ton of work. I always say this about YouTube. It's the worst paying job you'll ever have. One, because many people never get the opportunity to make money. And then when you do, it's such a small amount compared to the hours you put into it. You have to do it because you genuinely love what you're doing, not to make money, not to get sponsors to send you stuff. Because if you're just doing it for one of those reasons, you're going to create insincere content. I think this is what Eric was getting at, and it's going to come out in your videos. And I know some channels where I can be like, this guy's doing it for the wrong reasons, and it comes out and it shows. Victory WJ117 wants to know, what non-Jeep channels do you watch?
One of my favorites is actually Bees for Build. I'm sure most of you guys know of him. A lot of people feel like he might be a little fake sometimes, but to me, I like what he does. Everything's Harbor Freight. My other one is Finnegan's Garage. He is from, what is it? Roadkill. And he started his own channel.
That guy.
Yeah,
I know that
he
guy.
buys some crazy stuff and does some crazy things with them, and it's hilarious to watch. He has bad things happen to him, and it's funny as hell. And then my last one, which I'm sure a lot of you people follow, is Cletus McFarland.
Cletus is the guy,
Scream
especially
Eagles.
right now.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Yeah, I would love to buy my own racetrack.
It'll be the dream, right?
Cletus, we're watching this. We love you.
My favorite channel of all time, and it always will be, and I think it's the person. Oh man, I don't even know if I'd want to meet him because I don't know if I'm funny enough to be in the same room with him. Vice Grip Garage is the best channel on YouTube. Even if you're not into cars, you should be watching Vice Grip Garage. He's an American treasure. Out of all those guys doing that, and there's a bunch of channels that do that, same type of revival type thing. It's what inspired me to take on the Chevy. Junkyard Digs, Thunderhead 289, Dylan McCool. I'm probably forgetting somebody that does that kind of stuff, but he is the funniest. He is hilarious. I watch a lot of non-automotive channels. There's a great channel called Dark Docs, and what he does are mini documentaries about like sort of dark topics. A lot of it is Cold War stuff, so good history stuff, some real interesting little tidbits. And then another one that I like quite a bit is called Half as Interesting. And he picks super random facts and does quick little 5 minute videos on them. Absolutely amazing stuff. Oh, and one last one. Go watch this if you like history at all. It's called Oversimplified. Huge channel. He does these animated explanations of historical events. Super interesting. Somebody asked, I just noticed it this morning, I had to write it in and I forgot to record your name, I apologize. He asked if we like 70s Ford pickups, and if so, which years? I do. That's really all I could say about it, is that I do.
I thought you just rubbed your eyes. I like the 5th gen, the
Anyway, we get
72.
shop rags,
Yep.
keeping it real here.
The 72 is one of my favorites. It's actually, I'm partial to that because my buddy Andrew used to have one called the Old Blue. And it was just, to me, it's a sleek looking truck.
Are those the FE engines?
Yes.
Yeah.
390 FE.
Yeah. I like the three.
It sounded like a NASCAR
Yeah.
when he used to start it
Yeah,
up.
right.
Because also his dad used to build Fords, and it was just ridiculous. All right, I think with
It's
that,
wing time, Buck. All right.
I'm going to do the viewers a little more justice. I'm going to try to finish the wing.
Don't. Because we are now on to the Mad Dog 357. This hot sauce will blow you away. 357,000
Look,
Scoville
I'm happy I
units.
made it this far right now.
I'm not. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I thought Eric would be dead.
Honestly, after the bomb, I think something broke in my mouth.
I really do. I think that the bomb was such a shock to the system that now my whole body is in some kind of weird survival mode.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
just.
survival mode to eat more hot wings.
So you're gonna eat the whole thing?
I gotta try.
Oh, give me a little milk. I had so many like remedies I was gonna try. Limes. I was gonna try cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, no.
They're not putting a dent in the heat.
The only thing next is honestly, we're gonna need the ice cream for the last one. So let's indulge.
You want to eat this whole wing, yeah?
I'm gonna go for it. The viewers need it. They need us.
Okay.
to eat.
Shut up and do it. Oh, it doesn't taste good.
Cinnamony.
I don't think that's cinnamon. I think it's pure evil. Yeah. This was your idea.
I finished that. Suck it, Doug.
You're a bad person.
It hit my tongue really fast.
I couldn't chew it quick enough.
Okay.
This is gross. Don't buy
that's-
this.
Not good flavor. At all. Woo. Oh god.
Yeah, this one tastes like battery acid, like the bomb does. Why do we eat that whole wing? Now we have to eat the whole last one too.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon P95. When you guys are younger, what did you want? This is not you, this is me. What did you want to be when you grew up? Does it all relate to what you're currently doing? All right. For a living, no. What I wanted to be when I grew up, I'm not doing at all. But I think my whole life, I always wanted to create. Hit me with some of that, yeah?
Yeah,
When I was really young, I wanted to be a rock star, create music. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a writer, a la Hunter S. Thompson or Hemingway. And now I'm in my 30s and I create YouTube content for you fine folks. I think I'm happy when I create. I hope someday I can create for a living, but for right now, I gotta pay the bills. So I'm in international logistics. Go ahead, Eric.
I'm an IT guy. I manage programs that manage the business solutions. It's fun. I got into it by accident.
Is that what you wanted to be when you grew up?
Hell no. I wanted to design cars. That's all I wanted to do. I drew cars when I was young. I was never great at it. But now I've gotten better at drawing and painting, and maybe I can do it down the road, but right now, I enjoy just doing our graphic design for our logos. I'm sorry.
I'm good at it.
I apologize. I'm like a mental breakdown.
You look good. Oh man, that.
I don't know if the heavy breathing's hurting me, because I'm making myself
poison.
lighted.
Alrighty, Kyle Monahan gave us 3 questions. Clearly, Kyle is a Jersey dude.
Oh, I forgot we're there.
Kyle wants to know what are 5 things the D&E crew love about living in the Garden State. Well, there aren't many things to love about living in the Garden State. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I do love New Jersey, I love the availability to anything. We can be in the city. Not that I suggest going to the city. We can be at the beach. You okay?
Something happened in the back of my throat just now.
That's what happened to me before. You can be in the city, you can be at the beach, you can be at a lake, you can be in the mountains, you can go skiing, you can do anything within like an hour of Jersey, more or less.
With that, there's also a lot of job opportunity here. I mean, if we ever fall bad in times, there's always another possibility
It's
for
true.
us. You got so much around us that there's just always something.
Yeah, the economy's pretty good in Jersey. I don't know anybody who wants to have a job who doesn't. I forgot what I was going to say.
There's other parts of this. We have all 4 seasons.
Yeah, I like 4 distinct seasons. And I like that we don't have a lot of crazy natural disaster. Like, we don't get a lot of earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes.
The worst was the 2 floodings we had.
Hurricane
in our
Sandy
lifetime.
and Hurricane Irene.
Yeah.
But we don't get a ton of that stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. And Not a lot of crazy animals that want to kill you out here.
No.
Yeah, we're pretty much the top of the food chain. We've got some copperheads and rattlers, but yeah, you don't really have to worry about that. We've got black bears, not grizzly bears, so they're not dangerous. I said, if you could live any place in the world, where would it be and why?
Mine would be Alaska. Actually, I had a little bit different answer before. Mine's Alaska. I loved Alaska when I went there on my honeymoon. Wife loves it up there. We actually talk about retiring up there, if we can. But it's just it's they say it's God's country, and it completely is. When you go up there, it's just a change of everything, and there's more snow. I love snow.
Yeah, snow's pretty awesome. I believe that I belong a little closer to the center of the country. Maybe one of the Dakotas.
Yeah,
I could see living in one of the Dakotas, maybe Minnesota or Montana or something. I'm pretty well tied to Jersey. I won't be going anywhere, but in a different world, I suppose. Yeah. And then this is how I know that Kyle is a Jersey dude. He says, is it called Taylor ham or pork roll? If you're not in Jersey, we have a delicious food item. It's a breakfast meat that you fry up. Highly processed, doesn't matter. And it goes on breakfast sandwiches. And it's like you really don't know about it if it's not in Jersey. And there's a big debate between Jerseyans whether it's pork roll or Taylor ham. It's Taylor ham.
Yeah, Taylor ham. Done.
Next question.
Quick and
easy. Yeah, I don't care what's on the packaging. It is Taylor ham. Taylor ham, egg and cheese. If you're ever in Jersey, get a Taylor ham, egg and cheese on a bagel, salt, pepper, ketchup. Done and done. Go to any bagel place, of which there's like 10 per town in Jersey. Do yourself that favor. Yeah, they said don't eat too much, right?
But it's like I'm not over full.
Oh, there we go.
Here we got someone new.
Project Dano on the line. Hey Dan, you there?
Hey, what's up, Doug?
What's up, buddy?
Hey,
We're
you gonna do your challenge?
yeah, man. We're in pain.
Lots of it.
We're
All right, I made the challenge.
we've eaten.
What level of hotness are you up to right now?
What's that?
With the level of hotness we're
What
up to.
level of hotness are you up to?
We've made it through 9 out of the 10 sauces. The one we just ate is Mad Dog 357, 357,000 Scoville units. We're hurting.
Good God, man.
Yeah.
I didn't call for a question. I called to stop you, but obviously I'm too late.
You're too late, Dan. I really wish. I honestly, I wish somebody had stopped us. This was a silly thing to do.
Very silly.
But hey, if we ever do it again, you're gonna have to be here with us.
I'm there. I mean, I know the Phardtpounders was cold last week, but I didn't think it was that cold. We'd have to burn your face off.
Exactly right. Yeah, I'm still trying to just warm up from the polar plunge. But yeah, man, is Project Dan a spice guy?
Yeah, I love the hot sauce, but
Yeah.
I kind of had to dial it back, as my stomach is getting more and more abused.
Yeah, man. As you get older, it starts to beat you up a little bit more. I understand that, for sure. So what you got for us, buddy?
So, it's no secret that these old Jeeps, these old vehicles that we love so much, they develop a personality over the years, become part of the family, and, we have a sentimental relationship with them. They're more than just, an engine and a steering wheel and some tires. So, I believe we were talking a while ago, and you mentioned something about Willie, or one of your WJs, possibly saving your life, and I do believe that your wife said that if it wasn't for Willie, you may not have been married. So I was wondering if you would care to talk about that in a little more detail, and also for Eric, if he has a sentimental relationship or one of those defining moments where he was intimately involved with the Jeep as a milestone in his life. I'd love to hear that from Eric too.
Awesome, man. You brought some heavy stuff there. Well, at a later date, I will go into more depth on Willie saving my life. But I acquired Willie at a turning point in my life, and I needed something to focus on, and Willie gave me that. Really getting into Jeeping and working on a vehicle kind of gave me something productive to do with my free time. Yeah, I'd be in a bunch of different places potentially if I didn't get into spending all my free time and money on a dusty, rusty old Jeep. As far as us not being married, here's what happened. I'm going to try not to make this too long of a story, but Eric had just got engaged to his wife, who was my wife's sister. And they were going down to Myrtle Beach to celebrate. Eric and his wife were like, hey man, I really think you, meaning me, would like my sister. You guys should meet, blah, blah, blah. So the weekend before they went down to Myrtle Beach, I went to meet my now wife. I'm not going to say it was like an immediate thing. It was kind of awkward. It was weird being set up with somebody in your late 20s, like, you know, kind of blind date type thing. It was awkward, but she invited me to Myrtle Beach, and I was like, well, my buddy's going to be down there, so might as well go. I picked her up in Willie. We drove through the night, and over that drive in Willie, we immediately bonded. I mean, we were together for the entire, I don't know, what is that drive, like 12 hours?
Yeah, it's a lot of a short drive at all.
With nothing but my crappy collection of CDs, and we just talked about everything, every hypothetical question. Literally, I think one of the questions we were asking each other was like, what's your favorite tree? You know, like as we were getting delirious at 4 a.m. And then, she was living in Utica at the time. Sorry, Dan, we are being affected by these wings.
Yeah, I know.
You'll understand why this conversation's so awkward when you see the video later.
We went down like 6 wings ago.
Yeah, man, it affects your brain. So I'm having trouble thinking. Let's see. So she was living in Utica. I was living in northern New Jersey. It's a 4-hour trip. I was making that trip just about every weekend in Willie to court her, to date my wife. So Willie was a really big part. I mean, she loved Willie. In the early days, we didn't have a lot of money. We still don't. So a date night might have been, hey, we could spend $20 on food, or we could put gas in Willie and just drive around. And we did that many times, and just talk and listen to crappy music and really develop, our friendship and our relationship. So I won't say we definitely wouldn't have been married, but Willie allowed us to make that trip up to see her and to get to know each other better. And with that, I'm like literally shivering from my brain being disconnected. Eric, you go ahead.
I actually have 2 cars that are very emotionally connected with me. With 3, but right now I'll only talk about 2. One is Barney. Barney is actually one of my first Jeeps that was truly mine. And I got to do everything I finally wanted to do to a Jeep. And it showed me that I can do pretty much anything once I put my mind to it. I can go out and start a business. I can go be productive on YouTube. I can do anything within means I can grab and hold and touch. And then the other one was actually one of Doug's favorite and my wife's absolute near and dear. The old man, the 2003 Subaru Forester. That green Forester is actually something I bought for my wife back in the day. She used to have a Ford Focus. She was coming back from Pittsburgh and in a snowstorm with her sister in the car, and they pretty much almost died because it was just so bad in the snow.
Yep.
She called me and said, I was about to drive to the middle of Pennsylvania to pick her up that night, and I said, you know what, when you get back, we're selling that car, buying a Forester. I bought her the Forester, ended up being the first car I brought my first child home in. And honestly, we had a very deep connection. It was definitely a love-hate relationship, I'm going to put it that way. The old man wasn't a cheap penny. She blew up the motor twice on me.
That's the one that we had to ratchet strap the alternator in place to make it home from the junkyard that one time.
Yep.
Brilliant. What a brilliant trick.
That was it was that or walk it,
yeah,
right?
No. But yeah, those are the 2 top cars. Of course, my Crown Vic, there's a lot of emotional depth there, but we always go over that one.
Yeah. So Dano, we're about to eat our last wing. It is Zombie Apocalypse.
God help
It is
us.
550,000 Scoville units.
Which is doubling, I think? Or is it,
No, the last one was
200,000.
350.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the stuff that's kind of orangey yellowish to the color?
That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff will, I imagine this will probably strip the paint off of a WJ.
Your body's fully convulsing.
I
in this
know,
part.
holy shaking. We're in the cold garage, and I think my body is trying to shut down from too many wings. We got one more wing, we got one more question left. Daniel, you want to stick with us, or you just want to see it on the video later?
I can't wait to watch. I'll let you guys enjoy that. So I'll sign off. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. And man, God bless you guys.
Dano, I can't thank you much for calling in. I really appreciate it. Viewers, if you're not familiar, Project Dan has a great channel. He's building a couple great Jeeps. I'm dying here.
Yep.
But he's got a couple of other cool videos too. Shoot, I'm sorry, Dano. Subscribe to Dan. I'll leave a link somewhere. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, see you, Dan.
Take care. All right, so like I said, Zombie Apocalypse, 500,000 Scoville units. if anyone's familiar with this brand, they make one that's also only 100,000, but I assure you, I got the 500,000 cold units. And we're just gonna go ahead and eat them, and then we're gonna answer a question. I'm gonna read the question ahead of time, so that we can just dive into answering it. The question came from the legendary sandwich, and it is, what is your dream Jeep? And believe it or not, this is the question we had the hardest time with. Let's down this awful wing. We're eating the whole thing, right?
Chin chin.
Cling clong. Arrgh. Oh man, I could smell it.
Oh yeah. That's already hitting me.
I hate this. Okay. Oh man, I wanted to say a WJ, but the fact that the WJ is not full frame has always been, oh buddy, a major detractor for me. I just don't know that it'd be my dream Jeep. I love a WJ. I went through everything. I had to think about the motors they came with. I think it might be an SJ Cherokee, which is the big full frame, the first Cherokee that they made in the 70s. But it's hard, man, because my dream Jeep is just to have Jeeps. Honestly, I want to collect them all. I want to drive them all. An argument could be made for an XJ. I thought about this long and hard. I don't know that I could pick just one. Maybe an SJ Cherokee, maybe a Wagoneer.
Can I have a spoon?
Here, buddy. Does it help?
We're cold.
I think I'm gonna eat another one of the last wings
I was thinking doing the same thing.
for the people.
For the people.
Nobody wins.
Should we go back to the bomb?
No, absolutely not. Like, I'm throwing this out. I don't even want it in my house. Dave's Insanity is the same thing. My understanding for like Dave's Insanity, you're not supposed to use it this way. You're supposed to put a dab of it on, like a little dab in chili to make the chili hotter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I imagine this is. I was talking to Jeepman28 about it. He's got the 1 million Scoville unit version of this one. I almost got us a 1 million Scoville unit hot sauce. I don't know why. All right, let's eat this last one. I knew when I made 4 of these we were gonna end up having to eat this.
Yep. Okay.
3, 2, 7, go. Oh, it's bad.
Uh-huh. Jeep Wagoneer, plain and simple. I'm a good old Woody guy. Shut up.
Nailed it.
Brain works that way, apparently. But yeah, I love me a good old
Woody,
panel.
you love you. Sorry. This is payback for yesterday.
Open your mouth, the sauce is going in.
We were shooting DOA Chevrolet content yesterday, and Eric was just in the zone ripping me. So this is payback.
Ice cream too better go for me.
That's good. So there it is, 10 hot sauces.
I think I'm drunk off hot sauce.
Varying levels of heat. Yeah, definitely the endorphin rush is insane.
I feel all types of screwed up right now.
I can't believe neither of us dropped any serious expletives.
Yeah,
we made it through.
actually, we're very...
I thought I was going to have to
I
put
almost
language.
just did, actually.
Yeah. What was your favorite one? Like, if you were going to order wings in a restaurant, which of these?
The pineapple one.
This one, right? Spicy Shark? Or the...
No, the colon cleanser.
colon cleanser one?
I like the colon cleanser.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
So, something new. I actually kind of like hot stuff, apparently.
Yeah. I really like the Spicy Shark and the Bronx Hot. I like these 3, and so they're all kind of sweet. They have a lot of really good flavor. Let's see. This one isn't terrible. The 2 that are terrible are 357 and the Bomb. They just taste like battery acid.
Yep.
They're clearly just hot for the reasons of being hot. You can't beat some good old Frank's, of course. Frank's is delicious. Dave's Insanity, I get why it exists, but Jiminy Christmas. So, I guess I'll put links to all these hot sauces if you wanted to try any of them.
There's a lot of heavy dairy in my system right now.
Yeah, buddy, you're gonna have a rough time of it. Now, so which was your least favorite? You'd say the Bomb, right?
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's because it just kicked open the door to the hotness for me, and after that, I just didn't recover. Like, I'm still feeling the bomb in my mouth.
I don't think this one should be labeled the way it is. Like, the way they label it, colon cleaner, Professor Phardtpounders.
I'm sure if you have it dripping off the wing,
Yeah.
it's going to kill you.
What remedy do you think was the best? Not that
Honestly, no, my heavy cream and milk mixture. The heavy cream with the extra fat, I think just did a little chemical thing on my tongue and kept things nice and coated for my throat.
I think the best thing would be to go back in time and not ever do this. This was like weirdly comforting because it just was such an intense flavor. Contrary to those, like
Oh, chapstick! That really helped my lips.
oh yeah, chapstick.
That was
Chapstick's
actually
must.
really key.
All right, so there you have it, friends. That's all there is for it. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for indulging us. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. By all means, if you like the video. That's just common sense, and it helps us, believe it or not, quite a bit. We talked earlier about how you have to learn how to manipulate algorithms and stuff. Your engagement on our videos, whether it's liking or commenting, it does so much to get our video to more people. So if you liked it, like it. And you know what's really great? I think, who is it? Who's the WJ guy out in like the desert? Martin Built. Martin Built always says, and if you didn't like it, hit the down thumb twice. I think that's the greatest thing. Because if you hit it twice, it dislikes it and then undislikes it.
Oh, something's churning.
Yeah, I know. I need to get, I don't know.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. Consider checking us out on Patreon, Etsy, and Teespring. Check out Project Dan. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.